Last week we discussed about how the law of large number. How is it a benefit to the insured? How is the law of large number? How is it a benefit to the insured? Last week we were able to look at the importance of law of large number. We said insurance makes use of probability, and we said insurance is a pool of risk that everyone that has the same homogeneous exposure. Please let's mute our mic when we want to join. Everyone that has the same homogeneous exposure, they come together in a pool. So those who have the loss, they take, everybody contributes its own risk to that homogeneous exposure, and it is from that pool that when loss occurs, insurance settle claim from such. So we were able to discover the last week that insurance is, is an organized institution that makes use of principles and laws to, in their operations. So, and we discover also that insurance is being regulated. The regulator is NICOM. So this is an industry that has the pedigree that is being regulated. It's just that we need more information about it, and that's why this program is out to bridge that knowledge gap in the insurance industry. So today, this evening, we'll be looking at another interesting topic. What role does insurance play in your child's education? You know, when people hear life insurance, everybody begins to say, in Jesus' name, I will not die, inshallah, I will not die. Even if you are the Ogun people will say, Ogun will not let you die, and all those stuff. No, we play religion in this part of the world. Instead of facing reality, instead of putting adequate plans in place, we begin to say, no, it will not happen. When you put life insurance in place, it is not because you are thinking that negative will happen to you. It is just an understanding. It is you having adequate understanding of how you need to prepare for the future education of your child. Every parent, when you give birth to your child, every parent has that awesome plan, awesome dream about that child that you are giving birth to. So you always want to say, oh, I want to give my child the best education. I want to do this, I want to do that. Yes, it is easier said than done. A lot of people say it. Then when the chips are down, when the reality now begins to unfold, then you begin to, yes, we know one can have some economic hardship and all that, but so many times, if there has been adequate preparation in place, you won't hear the issue that, oh, my child needs school fees. It is that time you now begin to run helter-skelter, or your child has just secured an admission. At least before a child can secure an admission, that child will be at least 15 years. So if you have given birth to a child 15 years ago, you know that the child will go to university. It is not that time you now begin to run helter-skelter to look for school fees. So this is about having adequate preparation for the future education of your child, and that is why insurance comes in place. Insurance, when you put insurance in place towards the child education of your child, it becomes handy. When that needs come, it becomes handy for you to just call on your insurance to do the needful. It's not always because you want to die. Yes, it is part of it that in case of eventuality. But this evening, we want to unravel some of other benefits that you have when you put life insurance in place to secure the future education of your child. So this evening, let's look at the benefits. So I put in my slide, I said lots of people play religion by rejecting death, so they have been asked to put life insurance in place. This is a display of insufficient information about the benefits of putting life insurance in place to secure the future education of most children. So when you put life insurance in place for towards the education of your child, it is not because you are thinking of death, though death is inevitable, but it is the primary reason is not because of that. There are other benefits you stand to gain by putting life insurance in place towards the future education of your children. I believe we can all relate with that. Now let's look at the benefits. The following are some of the benefits you enjoy when life insurance is in place for your child's education. Now, I will run through it, then we'll take it one after the other. The first point I put here, I said it guarantees your child's future education. The second one, I said it is a disciplined avenue to save money. Another reason is that it gives return on investment. Then, the fourth reason is it produces responsible adults. And the last reason I put, the last benefit I put, it gives you the peace of mind. If you are talking about insurance, you have not completed if you have not put that peace of mind, because that is actually what it does. When you put insurance in place, it gives you that peace of mind. Now let's look at number one. It guarantees your child's future education. Now, these 2 weeks ago, a client of mine called me, said, "Oh, Mr. Joe, please, I want to write a letter. I need the letter from blah blah blah." No, I won't mention the name of the insurance company. I'm not promoting any insurance company. They not pay for the advert. So because I'm a broker, so I relate with a lot of insurance companies as a broker. So my client called me and requesting for a letter to embassy. The child wants to go and study abroad. Now, if you understand how this thing operates, if you want to send your child abroad to study, one of the basic requirements is the proof of funds. I hope we can all relate to that. One of the, for your child to be given visa to study abroad, there must be that proof of funds that you are able to, that your child will not be stranded. That your child will not be stranded when you get there. There will be money to cater for the education of that child. Guess what my client did? My client called me asking for a letter from her insurer to the embassy. What is the significance of that? Over time, that my client, she put educational plan in place for the child. But this time around, it is not that she has died. She has not died, but look at where that thing is coming handy. So she needs to, of course, I helped her. She processed the letter. Stated even with the fund, with what is in that letter, sure, there won't be any issue for that child to go and study abroad. Now, how is this relevant? If this woman has not, she's even a woman, not a man now, because some women will say, "Oh, it's my husband that should think of my child education." Once you have the capacity, once you have the capability, just go ahead. Is it not also your child? Just go ahead and think and put educational plan in place for your children. So the significance of that is that with the letter from the insurer that woman has this X amount of money in his life policy, it means she can fund that child's education. I hope you can relate to that. Finally, let's mute our mic. Prince Toha, thank you for joining me. Or can you mute your mic? Thank you so much. So, this woman was able, it became handy because over time, it's not that she started it yesterday. Over time, she had put that in place. So when you put life insurance in place towards the future education of your child, it is not because it's not that you are thinking, you are being pessimistic. It's not that you are thinking of death. Yes, we all know that death can come, but that is not the sole reason for you putting life insurance in place. So when the time, I mean, it gives you that leverage. The woman is leveraging on the savings, on his life insurance portfolio, because she has put that plans in place for some years now. I hope we can all relate with that. So life insurance is very, very relevant in planning for the future education of your children. I believe we can all relate with that. Now, the second one is a disciplined avenue to save money. Don't be deceived. So many people say, oh, it's not necessary to save money, this and that. It is not necessary to save money because you are not planning for yourself. People will say, it's investment. If you don't have money, how will you invest? Is it not money that you have saved over time that you will invest? And trust me, putting money in bank just like that is not saving, because there will always be need for money. But if you put your savings in a life policy, it disciplines you to save that money. Because if you put money in bank today, with your ATM, you can just go and withdraw it. But when you put it in a life policy, it's a form of savings, albeit a disciplined form of savings. So it is very, very important to save money. Don't be deceived by saying, if I save money, inflation rate, this and that. Just put it there. Yes, there's inflation rate, but if you are looking at all those things, you will not do anything. It will not always be like that, but you make your plans. So it's an avenue to save money. This is money you have that you have gathered over time that you can put into investment. If you don't have money, it's not everybody that have that huge money. Life is about planning and preparation. Success in life is about planning and preparation. So for you to accumulate your funds, you must be disciplined about it. So putting life insurance in place is an avenue to accumulate money, a disciplined form of savings that you can now fall back on at a later time. I believe you can relate with that. Now, the next point is it gives return on investment. How do I mean by that? When you put your money in a life policy, and in the course of this program, we have talked about different types of life policy. In one of my series, you can always go back to my YouTube channel and check them. In one of my series, I've talked about different types of life policies, life insurance. We talked about whole life, we talked about term assurance, we talked about endowment policy. Now, this form of life policy that will give you a return on investment, it falls under endowment. So there is a form of life policy that you can put that has investments linked, that has investment attached to it. So when you pick such type of life policy, you have return on investment at the end. This type of life policy has maturity date. So it's not all about until you die. Even if you do not die, when the policy matures, you get your money with the accrued interest. So there is a return on investment for you when you put life insurance in place. Another point here is it's produced responsible adults. Okay, how do I mean by that? Over time, you are able to plan the future education of your child. Some children, maybe at the point of them getting admission, there won't be money to sponsor them to university, and they become dropouts. And when a child becomes dropout, it can through depression or idleness, it can turn into vagabond, it can pick up forms of devices. So, but if you over the years, over time, you have planned the future education of your child, there won't be that, oh, my child, I could not sponsor my child education because there is no money. You would have, if you have put life insurance in place, there will be money for you to, to send your child to school, and thereby you are producing a responsible adult. I hope we can all relate with that. Now, the last point I have here is it gives you the peace of mind. It gives you the peace of mind. You know, any form of insurance you do, it's the peace of mind. You know, what insurance promise? You know, insurance is an intangible product that promises to compensate you in case of a loss. So for the fact that you have a mechanism in place that if there is a loss, there will be compensation, it's a form of a peace of mind. Now, how do I mean? When you put life insurance in place, and in case there is eventuality, your dreams, your aspirations over your children, in case you are not there to fulfill it for them, when you put adequate life insurance in place, your life insurance will speak when you are not there. So your dream, the aspirations over your children, see that best education will still be realized even if you are no more there. So when you are thinking, when you have that mind that, oh, people though you are praying, everybody, nobody will wake up and say, I want short life. Everybody pray for long life and prosperity, you know. But for the fact that you put life insurance in place, when that thing cut across the mind that even if it's up, you will always have that peace of mind that if it happens, at least my dream over my children will still be realized. So that is what I mean by it gives peace of mind, and that is what insurance promises. When you put life insurance in place, towards the future education of your child, you have that peace of mind that in case it happens, at least there will be a support. The children will still have that leverage, to get themselves educated. So because of our time, it's just 30 minutes interactive session with Grace Joe. I always want to leave out time for adequate questions. So I want to pause there. I want to give out time. If you have a question, you can ask your question. I want to appreciate those of you watching me on Facebook Live. If you have any question, you can type it. I will attend to your question after this meeting. Thank you very much. So for those of you in the room with me, I want to appreciate you, and I want to say thank you for joining me. And if you have any question, this is time to ask your question. Thank you very much. So it's question time. Please ask the question. What the objective of, is anybody raising hands? Just unmute and okay, Mr. Baba Femi, please unmute and
thank you.
Ask the question. Okay, sir.
All right, 1 second, please. Yes, can you hear me?
I can hear you, sir.
Yes, there is this assumption that insurance companies don't always pay claims immediately, that they take time to investigate the authenticity of the claim, and in the process, they frustrate the purpose for getting insured in the first place. Can you please clarify this whole idea of delay?
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for your question. Yes. Well, it's I would say I can say it's an erroneous belief or idea, and at the same time I might not say it, because if you are relating with a broker, that is why brokers are professionals in the industry. If you take your insurance, if you pass it through broker, you don't even need to bother your mind. It is a broker that does the work for you. But if people don't really understand, maybe you just say, oh, I need insurance, you just pick insurance without adequate information, without a broker, putting you through the process. Because even if you have claim, you don't even need to worry yourself. It is your broker that will do all that for you. So the brokers are, these are some of the topics I've even treated in the course of this program. So the brokers are the intermediary. They are like your solicitor. Like, in the court of law, if you have case, lawyers are your, when you have case, in the court, it is your lawyer that will always speak for you, because you wouldn't know the right word to tell the judge and all that. So that is how brokers are in the insurance industry. Just like I said, when I was there, I said insurance, is an intangible product, and a lot of people don't really understand how it is. That is why it's always good to pass through your broker. So when you pass through broker, your broker is the one that will be in the forefront for you, that will, in fact, when you pick up the policy, your broker advise you appropriately on, oh, these are your scope of cover. So you will think, oh, because you have done insurance, maybe someone did maybe fire insurance, you understand, in the house, and maybe the house is being burgled. You might just think, oh, since I have insurance, then when you not get insurance will not say, oh, it is fire insurance you did, or you did not do burglary insurance. Then you'll be confused. But if you have passed through your broker would have interpreted the policy wordings to you. You would have understood the scope of your of the insurance policy you went into, the contract you went into. So when you pass through brokers, people that pass through brokers, they don't have much of this story of insurance don't pay, insurance don't pay. Yes, in the years, I said it when I started this program. In the years, there were lots of complications. There were lots of, insurance was not well regulated in Nigeria. Insurance was, the intention was well intended, but the message was not well passed across. So, but over time, insurance industry has evolved over time. And when you pick your insurance policy through your broker, then you have a better story to tell. I believe I've been able to answer your question, sir.
Thank you very much. It's clearer now.
Okay, sir.
I appreciate. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Do I have another person who wants to ask question? Any other person asking question? Yes. While I'm waiting for, I still have a few minutes now. Now, I just want to give you a recap of the purpose of this program. The objective of this program, why I put this program in place on the 1st of September 2021 was that it's to provide solution to the knowledge gap within the insurance industry. There is a huge knowledge gap in the insurance industry. And that is why this program has been set up. And to enhance the credibility of the insurance services, to demystify the complexities of claim processing. So over time, that is why if you go back to my video on the Grace Ojo blog channel, you will see all those topics that I've been talking about. They are topical issues. They are issues that you can relate with, that we need. It is information. When we have the right information, we'll be rightly informed. We'll be rightly transformed. And it is the right information that brings the right transformation. So when we all have this full understanding of what the industry is all about, then we'll be able to play better in the industry. So that is it's just a quick recap of the purpose for this program. It's been a long time I recap the objective of this program. That's why I said, let me just recap it again. Then my contact on the screen. If you have a need for insurance services, or you have someone who have a need for insurance services, you can reach out to me, info@graceojoblog.com, or info@vaporconsultancyservices.com. Or you can just give me a call, 08026940605. Now, I usually upload my weekly program into my YouTube channel, which is Grace Ojo blog channel. Even once you just type Grace Ojo, it will bring up my previous program, my previous edition. It will bring it out. So I believe everybody needs that information. And because once we have the information, we know that insurance is a benefit to the insuring public. Insurance is a benefit to the insuring public. We only need to explore it adequately. So do I still have another person raising hand? So Mr. Babafemi, thank you so much for that question. Do I still have someone who, let me stop my slides. Okay. Everybody, you are not asking. I can say entertain one more question. Our time is up, but I can still entertain. Madam, you are Adeleke, Akim Pagnero, Zoom user, Chuku, excellent, Afolabi, every one of you that are on this call. I can still entertain at least one more question. Thank you all for joining me anyway. I still appreciate it. I believe even, or do I have anyone that has put a chat up? Okay, no chat yet, but at least you can always, I mean, that is why this program has been set up. It's an interactive session. You can always relate with me. And as your broker, I will always attend to your question. So on this note, it's 6 o'clock and it is 30 minutes interactive session. I want to appreciate everyone that's, I mean, out of our busy schedule, we have taken our time to join me on this call. I really want to appreciate you all. And let's meet together next week by between 5:30. Thank you, Afolabi, for clapping, for that clap. Between 5:30 and 6 next week, Wednesday, please let's join the room. Let's enter the room again. So I want to say Happy New Month once again. And I want to say have a wonderful month and glorious month, a blessed month ahead. Thank you, sir.
Amen.
Happy
New Month.
Thank you, Madam Yewande. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. I want to say thank you so much. I really appreciate you all for the encouragement and for always supporting this program. Thank you so much. You have a great evening. Bye-bye. Yeah.